Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be talking to you. When I was asked by Shiva and Puru to share my experience with you all, I was very delighted. And I also consider a privilege to be part of this esteemed panel. You saw Mr. Ramraj speak earlier, Sandhya and Chari, about innovation, entrepreneurship and all this stuff. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to share with you my experience as an entrepreneur. I'm a very different sort of career for me, where I finished my college and pretty much started my own business, and I've been throughout my life on my own. It's a lot of challenging, exciting, and continue to be exciting career. So I will start from my engineering days. I was in PhD Tech Coimbatore, 85, 89. And before me, there were three options at that point of time. Either I can go to the US, pursue MS, and figure out what to do next, or take up a job, or start my own business. I think those were three options in front of me. So I was dilly-dallying, too young an age to take a decision on all this stuff. But there were things happening at that point of time in the country. The first generation entrepreneurs are making big. Dhirubhai Ambani is a great example. Before that, if you look at it, it's all the industrial houses were in business. But first time, we are seeing a self-made first generation entrepreneur making it big. And he gave a lot of confidence to the country that you can also make it. At the same time, there's another person called Shiv Nadar of HCL. He was also making waves at the point of time. And these two gentlemen, I've been reading about them in this college, whenever I go to the library, I read the business books. I see these things and I was very excited and very and I got confidence that, yeah, we can also do it. It's not that domain of a big industry. I think the country is changing and it's getting more liberalized, where you also have opportunity to perform. So I thought that is my first thing. And then I decided that I should be in business. I think that is where I made my mind. And then when the campus interview was going on, I could find that HCL's campus interview drove the biggest crowd. It was almost like a stampede at that point of time. And that impressed me a lot. And I said, hey, this is something which it's possible. We should do it. I think that was one thing. So I shut up all the my GMATs or GREs and all those stuff, closed everything pretty much, and I was getting ready for a business drive. Then I went, finished my college, and my family is a business family. They have to do business in Tuticorin. So I went back, and I started getting into my father's business and trying to see what's happening there. Then I found something was very, very striking, that me and that business don't match at all. What they were doing was completely different from what I was thinking. So I was sitting there for 3-4 days' time, and something realized to me is that one thing I realized of myself, that I cannot do what I don't believe in. And I cannot do something which I'm not passionate about. These two things were very clear to me at that point of time itself. Then I realized, if I'm going to be there, coming to office at 10 o'clock in the morning, having a coffee, looking at all these papers, and then 12 o'clock guys coming in, talking to them, at 3 o'clock going home, having a nap, coming back at 3:30, 4 o'clock, talking to all these guys, 6 o'clock going to the club, and coming back 9 o'clock home, is not what I want to do, and I don't think it's going to be successful. So I told my dad that give me about 6 months to 1 year time. I just want to go back and see what I want to do and come back. I came back to Chennai. So the second reason what I thought was that I cannot do what I don't believe in. So I cannot work in any place. I have to do something on my own. It was very clear to me. And I came to Chennai, so I was doing some odd jobs for about 6 months' time, trying to see what is it, selling something and all those stuff. And then an opportunity knocked at me. One was that I was reading a book called Megatrends by an author called Naisbitt. There's about 10 trends Naisbitt has talked about it. I didn't understand anything, but one thing appealed to me was IT. Information technology is one thing which was told by Naisbitt that it's going to be a mega trend, and that's going to be the future of the whole thing. So I said, okay, why don't I look at that industry and start focusing on that industry? I met one of my friends who was in my college senior, and I was talking to him about my business thing and all this stuff. Somehow he thought I was weird, and I thought, okay, you coming from Tuticorin, Chennai, single guy, no company, nothing, what are you going to start and all this stuff? Then after about 3 weeks, a couple of weeks later, he came and told me that he was working in one big organization and said, one of my dealers is getting bankrupt. Do you want to take over the business and run it? So that is how I got interested, and I talked to him about how bankrupt this guy is. He said 1 lakh rupees is what he has to pay and doesn't have the money. And do you think you will be able to manage it? Then I went and looked at the business for about a week and 10 days and looking at the whole thing. I found some pieces which are interesting. I thought I'll take the risk. Okay, and I took the risk and I started that. I picked up the company with 1 lakh rupees payable to that manufacturer, and then run the company by that point of time. So that is the first step into entrepreneurship, and I didn't know what I was getting into. Okay. Then I read, recently, I went to Landmark and I was seeing a cup there. It said, courage for people without wisdom. That's what I was at that point of time. I didn't have wisdom, but I had courage. If I was wise, all the reasons why wouldn't I take the reasons? 1 lakh rupees loss, that guy has got 5 people, he's not able to do it. He's experienced 10 years, he's not able to do it. Why will you do it? Okay, so that's the way it was. Like, I took up the opportunity and I started moving on the direction there. And then, I'm talking about hindsight. I didn't know that at that point of time, okay? I'm looking back 20 years back and seeing, to me, entrepreneurship now is innovation and risk. It is about innovation and managing risk. I think that is what entrepreneurship is all mean. So then, when I took the business out, then I decided that I have to innovate, I have to do something different. If I'm going to do the same thing again and again, I'm not going to do great results. So my first break came in when we innovated on one product and sold hundreds in that month. Every month we used to sell 3 products of that. After about 6 months' time, we did a scheme, we did a packaging, we did something, and we connected. And it sold 100 printers that point of time, and we became 80% market share for that company. Sitting in Chennai, Tamil Nadu was 80% market share all India for that product, for the country. So that changed the thing. Sandhya put a very important point saying, connecting the dots, okay? Each dot is scientific pieces, okay? You connect those dots and you have a situation and you're successful. I think that is what innovation is all about, okay? Innovation is not invention, right? And innovation is about connecting scientific pieces to solve a particular pain point.